Another nice trick when working with color and swatches in Photoshop is to save the swatches as something you can load later, and potentially getting color inspiration and choosing colors from a painting, a photograph, a drawing, or something like that. So we had been just randomly picking colors for our little painting here by going to the color picker, sliding the bars around, saying OK, and working with them. We can also put them in the swatches individually like that, but maybe you'd like to draw inspiration from a photograph or something like that. I'm just going to grab this one and throw it out so we have a blank swatches palette, and open up a photograph or an image that I found off the internet. So what we have here is a very colorful image. What we could do is use our eyedropper and come in and pick some interesting colors out of here. So I could click, maybe hover over this kind of midnight blue. With my eyedropper, come into swatches and click to add it. I could add a name here like midnight blue, or I could just say OK. Now as I'm doing that, I'm clicking and then clicking in the swatches, saying OK. Each time the option to name the color is going to appear, that might get kind of tedious. So as I'm working, if I click and then come over, if I hold down the Alt key before I click, the swatch will just appear, and I don't have to go through that extra step of saying the name of swatch 1, 2, 3, or 4 is fine. So use the eyedropper to pick the color out of the image, hold your mouse over the swatches palette, and if you don't want that menu to appear, just hold down the Alt key and click. While you're picking your different colors out of your photograph, take note that when you click, you're seeing a disc here. All this is a ring of a 50% medium gray, and that just helps isolate the color so you can see it against a neutral background. And then the circle on the inside is divided in half. The top one is the current color you're picking, and the bottom one is the previous color that you had chosen. If I click and drag without letting go, you'll see that that bottom color stays the same because that was our last choice, but then we can actually be a little bit picky and watch how that color changes. Then when I release, that will be my active color. Once again, it's the one down in the foreground color in our toolbox. I can come over. If I just click, it will say name the swatch, OK. But if I click, pick a color, but then hold down the Alt key over swatches, I don't have to name it. So it can become a fairly quick process. Once you get an assortment of colors that you really like, maybe from this photograph, this set of colors is really going to work for an art project that I want to do or something like that, I can actually go in and save my swatches. Once you've gotten a group of swatches together from your photograph or a piece of art or whatever it might be that you like and you want to save, what we can do then is come up to the upper right hand corner of the swatches menu and click that little button again, and this time we'll say that we want to save swatches. We'll pick the top one because we're just going to be keeping it in Photoshop for now. So once we want to save the swatches, we can give it a name. I'll name mine Demo 2. And you'll see that the format down here is a .aco for Adobe Color here. These Adobe Color swatches. We'll do save. It's saving it in the Adobe folder. And now we'll have them available. So just to illustrate my point, if I come into the preset manager and happen to delete these, for example, say done, so that they're gone, I can come in and find them again. If I'm working on a different project, can simply come in and say, you know, no, I don't want any of these Pantone or web save colors or anything like that. I want to load swatches that I've done from a previous project. I'd say load swatches, and there would be potentially a lot of them in here. I can say I want demo 2, load, and there they are. So once you go through the work of selecting colors that you like, whether it be from the color picker or a photograph or something, if you take the time to save those swatches into a library, they're going to be available for you later. So that in this particular file, if I made a new layer, picked a color, grabbed a paintbrush, I would have those colors available for me at any time.